there, I hope you're all doing well out there. Recently, a friend of mine brought to my attention that there was a new documentary released locally on World AIDS Day, which is December 1st. It follows the people who were diagnosed with HIV back in the 80s at a young age. At this time, it was pretty much a death sentence to them. They were told to get their affairs in order, plan their funeral. Now imagine being in your 20s or 30s and having to grasp the idea of being diagnosed. Many good jobs were lost. They had to quit, go on disability, and not be able to tell their employers because of social stigma. Remember, there was no real life-saving treatments at the time. Now by the mid-90s, 1996 to be exact, there was a science breakthrough in the treatment of HIV, but not without the devastating cost of side effects. The long-term treatment for some that have developed heart disease, diabetes, liver, kidney, and pancreas damage, cancers, and so on. This was more common if they didn't get their treatment right away. And back then, the medications were much more toxic to their bodies than they are today. The activism, the right to live, silence equals death, which brought pressures on governments to invest money on a vaccine, treatment, and an eventual cure. A notable group called ACT UP, which I covered in a video, which is one of my top favorites. Today we need to shed light on people who are aging with HIV, who might have health and financial issues. During the days when people were dying of AIDS, specialized treatment centers were established. Here is a short clip from this movie.
We hope to raise some funds for the AIDS Committee to continue providing the services which are so greatly needed in our community, and also to remember those who have gone before us. We've lost many friends and family members, brothers and sisters to this disease, so it's a chance to get together and think about them.
We built the system when people were dying, right? So there's clinics and hospitals, infectious disease clinics. That is going to need to change. We're going to need to build and support new doctors and new healthcare teams, new multidisciplinary teams that appreciate how to manage HIV and take the stigma out of the equation and manage it like any other chronic disease.
It's new territory. No one ever thought you'd see an aging PHA. It wasn't something that was in the realm of possibility.
Early treatment is very important, and what we know, what we're learning, is that the earlier people go on treatment, the less likely they're going to develop other complications down the way. In working with people who are living now, that are living with HIV into their old age, we know that those people, we have to be very much aware of those people who come with them or in a situation and have had histories of being on drugs that had incredible side effects, that had toxicities, that were very complex. Because what happens in HIV is that it can have an incredible impact on the body. So it means that, development of cardiovascular disease happens earlier. Cancers might happen earlier. But what we're learning about early treatment is that the earlier people go on, the less likely those things are going to be as prominent or going to have as much impact on a person's sort of health and their livelihood.
We need to keep moving forward and making positive changes, as well as focusing on mental health, not just to push medications, but for support groups and therapy. While there is no cure for HIV, people are not dying from it anymore. Here are some startling facts. An estimated 75.7 million people have been diagnosed with HIV since the beginning of the epidemic. 32.7 million people have died from AIDS-related illnesses. And about 4.2 million people over 50 are living with HIV today. Aging in HIV, a story of resiliency, is about 45 minutes long and you can watch it on YouTube. I found it very inspiring and proud of this work, and it was made locally. Great job, guys. The film was dedicated in loving memory to friends, families, and colleagues who have left us too soon. But it taught us much about living with a purpose and having resiliency. After watching this documentary, I felt educated and inspired. Don't be defined by the disease. Walk with your head held high. Be the best person that you can be. Let nothing stop following your dreams. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please all try and stay safe out there in this difficult time. For now, Michael K here. Take care, everyone.